We'll try it.
National number 6 followed by National number 8 with the Chisty back on the 2CT back there. So how's that, Dave Zolan? How's that click in the eyes? There's a star back for you. What do we got now? We got 16, 17 cruisers coming our way. Moto number 23. 16, 17 cruisers being dominated by the action man, Curtis Jackson. Jackson on top. Number 2 belongs to Donnie Olson right now. Number 3 spot being held down by the 27. That's going to be Matt Dallas, followed by Greg Williams. Brian McLaughlin right now back on for number 5.
Try this
We're going to have the Dario back on the 6th slot. 18-20 cruisers blasting out of turn number 1, setting up for asphalt 1. It's going to be Wilk Racing's Mark Heckler. Heckler and Shaw 1 and 2 out there being run down by Jody Wilk right now, with Doherty with a nice major league move on the inside, putting Cunningham back on 5. Danko, Askler, and it's going to be Mr. Kovac back in the back of the pack, but right now, Shaw trying to find a line to get by Heckler over the last jump and heading for home down Sprint Alley. It's going to be Heckler in for the win. Shaw, Doherty.
16X.
Coming your way. Out they come. Williams bites the dirt. Looks like it's going to be Rothstein and Willis jumping out for the early lead. Over the hill they go. Willis brings him over to the pit, drops right down, pulls the chute, and takes the lead. Got Rothstein right on his back pocket. Number 3 is going to have the double quad D of old Mr. Dario back there with McLaughlin on for 4 and Baldwin in for number 5. Out they come. Willis still got the lead, looking good through the wave right now. Got Rothstein trying to hunt him down. Going to be Dario trying to get GT colors after his afterburners can't do it. Going to be Willis with Rothstein in the hip pocket right now, settling in for the last turn. Out they come. Willis trying to get it going, trying to hang on to it. Here comes Rothstein trying to snag it at the end. Big time.
Over X first group, second time around.
42 and over cruiser with Bill Finkel and John Byers right now. You got the Terminex Terminator on top of this thing. Billy Finkel on top with John Byers in for number 2. That's going to end the first set of motos. We go back to moto number 1. Moto number 1. Out they come. Down the mountain comes the slide. Looks like it's going to be Heckler with a piece of it. Plaskett with the other half is going to have old Mr. Johnson on for number 3. Marcus Danko back on number 4 right now, and he's going to have Maturi on for 5 a second. We just lost old TJ. Plaskett and Johnson bite the dirt over the step-up right now. Here comes Heckler. Heckler's got it, going to be followed by Marcus Danko and Mike Maturi on the 3 with McEntee on for number 4.
Greg is hurt.
Will be Shane McEntee on for number 4.
Second group.
On the inside, they won 6 of the 6D out there. And
Go,
that's
Randy!
Bob Galecki. Galecki trying to reel Ben Knightis right in. Had the chance, but couldn't do it. Out of New York, Mikey Duke's back on the 3 slot right now, trying to get by Galecki. Ben Knightis still got the lead. Galecki right at his back door, though, on the final turn. Coastal Rider of Mikey Duke trying to get in with White Lightning back on from 4. And it's going to be, oh, I'm loving it. Oh, I'm loving it. Going to be
Third group.
Number 6 goes to Jeff Meyer. Last gate, 17 and over experts coming your way. Moto number 3 heading down the back straight. Looks like Mike Savage is going to own this one, but Curtis Jackson's got other ideas. Out of the turn it comes, still Savage on top. Jackson now getting some heat by Shaw. They do back there on for a number 4, and number 5 is going to belong to Mr. Donnie Olson.
17 over novice.
For number 2. Number 3 is going to go to, it looks like BJ Koga.
Scotty, that might have been you, but we got a jumper.
Here comes a run between Carlo Amore out of Silver City and
It was Scotty. Restart.
Come on, Gary!
Gary Costello. Costello gets the push and heads him over the wall, leads it down to the turn, but got some heat on the inside quarter. Out they come. Costello goes a little bit wide out there. Could give it up, but no, he hangs on to it. Out of asphalt 1, it's still going to be Costello out with the lead. Jim Hunyatsky's on for number 2.
Not much happening here, so we're going to switch.
The 4 slot being held down by Charles Weberly. Hunyatsky trying to hang on to Costello, but Costello starting to open the lead up. Costello in for 1, Hunyatsky in for number 2. Number 3 is going to go to Sartori. 14X is coming down the back straight. Here they come.
Okay, 15 novice in the gate.
Jesse Price is on for 2. Will Racing's Matt Sylvia's on for 3. Going to have the 3-2 out there, who is going to be Jason Boothroyd on for number 4. The Z-Man trying to find an inside line. Can't get by him with the wins back there for 6. Luciano, and it's going to be Baldwin on for 7 and 8. Another big crew coming your way out of Asphalt 1. Out they come, being led by GT Colors.
Keep it going, Dan.
DD Plaskett on for number 2 with Jason Ford trying to hunt him down. Number 4 is going to be Eric Richards right now. He's trying to hold off Davey Barr, but Barr's got other ideas right now. Barr trying to get on by him, but Richards holds him off. Inside move by Barr for the 4 slot. Barr and Richards duking it out. Right now, Ford Hill.
Good try, Danny.
Plaskett Ford.
This is 16X, second time around.
Gates down to Dario holds back, but Williams down shoots right out. Got Rossi on the outside trap with McLaughlin trying to get a piece of it. Out they go. Willis on the inside now. They come flying out the drop-off. These guys are cooking. 16X is coming out of Asphalt 1. Craig Williams on top. Willis and Rossi trying to ferret out 2 and 3. McLaughlin holds down number 4, trying to keep Dallas back right now with the Jerry on the caboose. Rothstein loses it in the turn, holds back to Heath. Williams now with a joyride out there. Going to be Greg Williams going in. McLaughlin swoops by Willis big time. Willis.
We got a wet track.
Willis at the end also.
Third time around.
Going to Joe. Hey, Joe, do you know what's going on?
Berms are wet. Raining.
They're going to Europe. And so, Annette, please, would like to ask you, please, have patience with the crew that's going to be filling in for them. Gates down, motor number 1, 17 over experts. What's this mean? Rain? Plaskett is cooking.
We lost Heckler. I think Heckler got hurt before.
It was like...
Oh, Thunderthighs keeps the bike up on 2 wheels. He's got it rolling this time. Gregory Plaskett followed by TJ.
Careful, it's slippery.
Tommy Johnson on for 2, got Danko on for 3, got McEntee now making an impression in there, rolling the 4 slot. Mike Terry back there for number 5. Out of the turn they come, heading for home. Whoa, a long way out there. Lost Heckler back. Gonna be Plaskett in for the win. Johnson on for 2.
Second group.
Gates down, out they come. It's going to be Ben Knight pushing Duke to the middle to deal with White. White puts it back in for number 3, and it's going to be Ben Knight off the drop-off, starting to build up a monster lead. Out they come over the table, it's still Randy, Ben Knight spoken of. Mikey Duke out of New York back there for number 2 with Maynard White back there on the 3 slot. 4 slot is going to belong to Mr. Rob Galecki. Number 5 is going to go to Jimmy Cunningham, and Jeff Meyer holding down number 6. Out of the final turn they come, starting to open up that lead just a little bit more. Looks like it's going to belong to the 6-6B Randy Betonitis.
Group number 3.
My motor sheets are getting wet. Whoa, Olsen bangs the gate with the early jump. Not going to work. Has to sit back with Jackson right now to coast him up. On the top side, it looks like it's going to be Mr. Savage. Got Mr. Excitement cooking out there right now. Wayne Nadeau trying to hunt down the Savage man. These boys dicing up at Thunder Alley all the time. Mike Savage on the top side. Going to be Wayne Nadeau on for 2. Sidney Shaw back for 3. Curtis Jackson and Donnie Olson 4 and 5. Nadeau not giving up the ghost just yet, though. Got a little more track working for him. Out of the turn they come and headed home. It's going to be Mike Savage in for the win. The Wayne Nadeau.
17 over novice.
Photo number 8, 17 and over novice. Busting out of the gate, down they come. Looks like it's Sartori out there, but Dykeman's got the jump, but someone's got it on top of all this. Gary Costello looks like. Costello has got it cooking today. Gary Costello brings Dykema out of Asphalt 1 right now. Dykema trying to get it on by him. Sartori back there for 3, and you're going to have Mr. Jimmy Anyatsky on for 4. Dykema inside line, tries to make the move underneath in the final turn. Got the move, big time push, but here comes Costello. No, he can't do it. Dykema goes in for the win. Looks like it might be Costello on for 2, and Sartori and Hunyansky back there on 3 and 4.
14X.
He's out there doing a little soil sample and seeing what the dirt's like over here, getting into the dirt at Trumbull Track. Out they come, 14X, blasting on the tire, hit the glass, Botek on top of this thing one more time. Got the Z-Man on the outside, pressing hard with Boothroyd, and it's going to be Sylvia. 3 wide for the setup. It looks like Sylvia blasts on number 2. Z-Man goes into a bar ride, but gets it back up. Botek on the lead right now. Look at Bryce make a move, slides into number 3, and puts Z back on number 4. Botek now ruling the thing coming out of the turn. It's going to be Botek, Sylvia.
15 novice in the gate. I'm switching.
Luciano and Valenti on for 5 and 6. 7 and 8 is going to belong to
Botek won it. Sylvia second.
Botek, Sylvia, Bryson, Guytek. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Moto number 10, down they come, another full gate. Looks like DD Plaskett wants to own it. Plaskett's out there dueling it out with Jason Ford. Ford's not ready to give it up just yet, but either is DD. Side by side on the drop box, Plaskett's got the lead. Plaskett almost loses it now, coming out of turn. Ford takes the inside scenic route. That's going to drop him back as here comes Forgione. Mario Forgione trying to get it on by him. Meanwhile, DD Plaskett starts to open up that lead just a little bit. Jason Ford trying to hunt him down. And meanwhile, you got Forgione and Davey Barr out for 3 and 4.
Go.
Old DD Plaskett on top of his
All right, Danny.
The DD man brings it in for the win. Jason Ford on for 2. Forgione, Dave Barr in for 4 and 5.
Good job. 1920 cruiser in the gate.
Olsen hangs on to number 4.
Heckler went down big time last time. Hurt his leg. He's not racing this time either.
The last turn. Here comes your drag race. Williams, Jackson, Dallas. 1, 2, and 3. 18, 20-year-old cruisers, and look at this. Looks like it's going to be Todd Astor on top of the crew. Out of Silver City, Todd Astor down through the way and got the lead. Jenny Cunningham, Sydney.
Not a fun group tonight.
Trying to get him. Joe Doherty back there, Heckler's back there, and so is Jody Wilkes. But right now, out of the final turn and heading for home, it's going to be Todd, the Mod, Astor in for the win. Jimmy Cunningham in for 2. Shaw, Kovacs, Honda.
17 over X, semi number 1. Here we go. Couple of no-shows, I believe. Heckler being one of them. Watch out, guys. It is wet.
Looks like it's going to be Maynard White with the jump in. Here comes Mikey Duke trying to reel him in. On the outside, though, looks like it's going to be Savage. Plaskett just got into number 3 right now. Put Savage back up. That's TJ. That ain't Savage. TJ up at 4 and Danko on board 5. Down the backstretch, White Lightning is cooking.
Play it safe.
Top 4 on the bubble right now. Looks like it's going to be Johnson trying to hang
4
on.
go to a main.
Danko's in the cold right now, but it's going to be White, Duke, Plaskett, and the bubble is being held down by TJ, old Tommy Johnson. Danko trying to make his move. Last chance saloon. No.
Okay, Tommy, you're in.
Danko's going to pack it up. It's going to be White.
Semi number 2.
Plaskett, and Mr. Johnson going on to the main.
Only 4 riders up there. They're all going to go. Yep, they're all going. This means nothing.
Gates down. Second time around, it's going to be for the 17 over X semis. It's going to be Betnitis out there with a whole shot. Betnitis, and it looks like it's going to be Delecki on for number 2. Betnitis putting on a disappearing act right now, getting way out on top of this thing. That's Savage on for number 2. I take it back. Savage in for number 2, and it's going to be Nadeau. And everyone goes to the main out here. All 4 riders going to the main. No muss, no fuss.
The mains are posted down at the entrance to staging. The beginner main also.
The mains are now posted. That's going to take Betnitis, Savage, Nadeau, and Delecki transfer on to the 17 over X main. Brian Jandrew.
A little main.
Sean Matheson. T.R. Finkel.
12-year-olds,
Eric
13,
Gould,
14, combined class.
Chris Rich, Kevin Cargill, and Eddie Holder.
It's a main. We'll tape it.
Little guy, big wheel action here. Out they come, got the push right now. Looks like it belongs to Jandrew and Rich side by side. Stereo Mark Force. They both almost take each other out right now, but Jandrew's got the lead over the drop-off. Setting up for turn number 1, NASCAR draft style, they come in. It's Jandrew, Rich, 1 and 2, followed by Mr. Cammer and Gould on for number 4. Got Kevin Cargill on 5, T.R. Finkel back there in the mess. But up on the front side is going to be Stereo Mach 4 colors. Out they come. Jandrew still with the lead. Jandrew, Rich, Cammer, Gould, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Moto 202, 14 novice. Ray Rothstein, Brian Bashara, Patrick Sheehy, Brandon Liu, Carlo Amor, Todd Evangelisti, Monty Thomas, and Jeff Weaver. Two. Out they come. Amor with a big shot. Looks like Weaver's got the inside. It's going to be Rothstein on the other side for the other half. Rothstein cuts over to the middle of the track, follows Amor into the pit, but Carlo Amor has got the push going. Setting up for turn number 1, sits down low in the seat. Amor pulls him out. Rothstein right behind him. Weaver back in for number 3 with Bashara on for number 4. Monty Thomas and Evangelisti on 4, 5, and 6 with Sheehy on for 7, and Lou back in 8. Around they come to the turn. Carlo Amor brings him out. Thomas dives down, loses it. Amor, big time jump, picks it over. Amor, Rothstein, Weaver, 1, 2, and 3. Back they come. A push at the end. Weaver tries to get by Rothstein, takes himself out of the action. Has to settle in for number 4. Carlo Amor takes the win for the 14 Novs tonight. Moto 205, 13-year-old experts John Colinarius, John Eastwood, Johnny Gall, Kenny Ford, Brian Jandrew, Kevin Cargill, Tommy Kane, Eric Gould coming down the arc. Looks like it's going to be Brian Dees. It's a wrong moto. How about 203? Let's go to 203. Free agent cars on the top side. That's got to be Valco out there. Let's check it out. Out they come. It's going to be can't read that plate. Looks like it's going to be maybe a 48. Can't tell.
We're going to scrap this thing.
Chris Gleason on the top side. Gleason. So it goes. Now let's go to Moto 205. Colinarius, Eastwood, Gall, Ford, Jandrew, Cargill, Kane, and Gould. Looks like it's going to be Eastwood with a big-time shot. Eastwood takes him to the wall. Eastwood brings him over the top. Got Jandrew in hot pursuit. Out of turn number 1, looks like it's going to be Johnny Eastwood leading them out. Jandrew on for 2, Gall in for 3 with Colinarius on for 4 right now. Back in the 5 slot, looks like it's going to be the 5-4 out there. The 5-4 is going to belong to Tommy Kane. Got Kenny Ford, also going to have Eric Gould back there and Kevin Cargill. But on the top side, starting to work out the distance a little bit. Looks like Johnny Eastwood's going to take him across for the win. Gall snags a 2 from Jandrew, settles in for 3. And that is how they're going to finish. Moto 207, 10 novice, 10X combined. Here they come. Who's got it? Looks like the Stitch out of Silver City. Looks like it's going to be Marcus Shakin bringing them to the drop-off right now. Shakin's got the whole crew right behind him. They're drafting it NASCAR style one more time. Shakin's got the lead, bringing him out of the turn. Marcus Shakin brings him out. Here comes Covelli and the Snake trying to reel him in. Covelli with an outside move now. Covelli and Shakin working their way through the wave right now. Got the Snake putting his nose right up in there. Covelli powers right on by. Covelli got the lead now over the doubles. Luke Covelli taking it for 1. Number 2 is going to be Marcus Shakin. Jake Taylor after number 3 with Sean Davison for number 4. Look at the push to the end. Look at this run. Cavelli goes across for the win.
17 over X. Take it easy, guys. It means nothing.
Matheson.
Good luck.
17 over X coming down the mountain. Looks like Savage got the jump. Plaskett's got the push. Bettenettis got the outside with Duke behind him. Whoa, he just lost Savage jumping that time, but looks like Plaskett's out there. Bettenettis trying to hunt down Plaskett. Coming out turn one now. Plaskett still brings him out. Bettenettis right behind him. Looks like Duke trying to reel in the distance. Bettenettis on the outside trying to find a way. Plaskett trying to hold him off, but Bettenettis got the power going right now. In the turn they come. Plaskett's got to back off the gas. Bettenettis brings him.
Let him go.
And for the final turn, one more shot at him. Randy Bettenettis brings him out. Here comes Plaskett. Duke on for 3. White's on for 4. That's how they're going to finish out the night.
Well,
It was a hell of a triple pointer.
August 4th, Silver City double pointer. Just gate practice right now. If you can hear me over this music. Just great practice. Hot day, it's got to be about 90 out here. The humidity level is getting up real high.
Photo number 1 is underway. It's 17 over experts. It looks like it's Bettenettis, White, and it's going to be Heckler with McEntee 1, 2, 3, and 4 working their way out of turn number 1. On the backside, it looks like it's going to be 09 colors on the top side. That's the blue helmet of Randy Bettenettis. Bettenettis coming out of the far turn, heading this way on top. Going to be White on for 2, and Heckler back on number 3. Getting the Shane gun sitting in the 4 slot right now. They kick it out of the final turn, headed home. Looks like it's going to be Bettenettis. Here comes Heckler making a move on White Lightning. Going to put the Fox on for 2. Going to put White on for 3 and McEntee on for 4. Let's join moto number 2. Being led by Mr. Quick, the T-Alley whiz out there. It's going to be Mr. Greg Plaskett out on top. Greg Plaskett bringing the group out of the far turn with Tommy Johnson on for number 2. Nate Dew and Olson back there working it out for 3 and 4. Now they sort themselves out of the final turn right now, heading for home. Looks like Plaskett's going to bring him across. Old TJ on for 2. It's going to be back. Can't have it though. Looks like it's still going to be Jandrew bringing him out of the turn and heading for home. Jandrew with the lead. Here comes the battle between Gould and Hammer. Going to be a Mr. Rich on for 4. And then it's going to be Kevin Cargill, T.R. Finkel, Kevin Cargill, and Eddie Holder. Big guys, 14-15 cruiser underway now. Moto number 5 working their way down the back straightaway, being led by none other but Matt Sylvia. Wilk Racing's Matt Sylvia out of the lead with the Z-Man. Zach Geitek on for 2. White Bear rider Billy Botek making his bid on the outside, working down the back straight. Geitek still got the inside line though, and number 2 down himself. Here comes Botek. Going to be Valanci on there before Harrell swan dive over the drop-off, kissing the dirt. They're back up. They'll be ready for the next time around, believe me. Moto 16, 17-year-old cruisers waiting on the launch pad right now. Gates down, out they come. The big jump's going to go to the 3-3 of Donnie Olson right now. Olson just pushes it right out to the pack and pulls him out of turn number 1. Williams now in for number 2. McLaughlin, DeDurio back number 3 and 4. And Joey McKay on the caboose right now, trying to make up some ground. Inside move by Williams, trying to get by Dusty Don, but Donnie Boy keeps him on the top side, brings him through the S. Don Olson on top with Williams right in his hip pocket. Out of the final turn, sprint for home. Olson and Williams 1 and 2. McLaughlin with McKay right on his back door. It's going to be, whoa, watch out for the scorers there. Whoa, brings it across. McKay and McLaughlin back there with Jerio on for 3, 4, and 5. 18-20 cruisers up next. Moto number 17 in the gates. Gates down, Doherty, big time jump over the top, bringing it home. Joey D got the line, but here comes the Fox. Wilk Racing's Mark Becker out on top with Doherty and hot pursuit, putting Astor and Brown back there up 3 and 4. Out of the drop-off they come. Just like Heckler still got the roost ruled right now. National number 7 bringing him through with National 1-3 right on his back tail. Looks like it's Doherty trying to make the moves on him right now, but out of the final turn, Heckler's got the middle line calling the shots right now, and it's going to be the Fox in for the win. Doherty pumping for 2 with Askler and Brown 3.
Trying to prove it this time. We got Danny Plaskett all over his case out there. Everybody else is behind. Don't know who that number 3 rider is. That's Mario Forgione sitting on the 4 spot. We'll try to pick him up as they come around. Sweet swoop move by Plaskett. Takes over the top spot and then gets squirrely. Let's see what he can recover here. Ford and Hertzig right back again. And we got David Barr out there. Takes number 2, but here comes Forgione on the outside. Mario Forgione as Barr gets a little skirmy on the berm. Has to fall back to number 3. Plaskett comes back number 4 as he goes down in a heavy-duty bail. But up on the front side, it's going to be Boise bringing it home in first place. And we're going to check
This is going to take
poor old guy out here. Not had it easy. Moto 31, 14-year-old novice. And look at the flock of flyers we got coming down this time. We got Darris Wise, Brandon Lau, Lou. Is that Lou or Lau? I don't know. Ray Rothstein, Sheehy, Bolin, Gayex, Evangelisti, and Hogarth. We lost one rider already out there. That's the 13B of Bolin. Bolin is history. And this time around here, but those GT colors flying up on the top side. Who is that rider? We'll pick up their numbers as they come around. Heading my way now. That's got to be the 02 out there, the 02 of Rothstein. No doubt about it. Why didn't I know that? That's Rothstein on the front side. Sheehy right on his case out there. We got Rothstein, Sheehy running 1 and 2. Here comes Evangelisti trying to take over number 3. Can't do it. Has to set up for number 4, but Ray Rothstein goes home a winner this time around. 2 riders here as we go to 32, which is good to see what happens next time around. As John Crossan has it all his way heading to the finish line. Moto 33, the Mod Squad. Here they come. 16X, Machinsky, Williams, Rothstein, Baldwick, and flying Brian McLaughlin. Here comes Williams on the inside. Took a tough tumble at the finish line in cruiser, but here he comes. Williams has to back it down just a little bit. Rothstein trying to hold him off, and it doesn't look like he's going to do it. As Williams takes over the top spot. Here they come. Coming my way now is Williams. Williams and Rothstein running 1 and 2. Number 3 rider out there, that's the 17B of Baldwick. Here comes Baldwick on the outside, trying to take over number 2 from Rothstein. Looks like he's going to do it. No. Has to back it down, but up on the front side is Williams going home first place. And the Mod Squad finishes first time around. Moto 34, 17 and over. Nervous novice time. And here comes out of Torrington, Scotty Dykema. We got Dykema, Sartori, and Coach listed on my moto sheet here anyway. And Sartori all over Dykema's case out there, giving him big time heat out there. Let's see if Scotty can hold him off. Here he comes. Scotty goes real high, and Sartori swoops him. Now he comes door handle to door handle, side by side, up through the edge. Let's see what happens. Sartori, Dykema. Dykema with the edge right now as Sartori backs it down, takes a little bit too high. Dykema's going to go home a winner. We're going to put Coach back in number 3. Moto 35, 6-year-old McEntee, Maynard White, and Randy Bittennice are ready to do it up big time here as 17 and over experts in the gate, waiting for the command. Blast off, and here we come, and look at Bittennice and White. Bittennice and White, but there goes the Fox. Mark Heckler trying to stay up with Bittennice. Got a good edge on White now as White drops back to the 3 spot. We got McEntee back in number 4, but right now up on the front side it's Bittennice, Heckler, in White Lightning, Maynard White, top 3. As McEntee shuts it down, looks like he's going to be history this time, but what a battle up on the front side as Fox is all over Bittennice, but can't find a way around him yet. And that's how they're going to go to the line. It's Bittennice, Heckler, Maynard White, and Shane McEntee. Second group, 17 and over X, the chain gang is in the gate. Tommy Johnson, Wayne Mayhew, Greg Plaskett, and Donnie Olson, and here they all come, side by side. Plaskett's got the inside line right now. The DDR colors flying is Plaskett, Tommy Johnson, but look at Mr. Excitement. Wayne Mayhew trying to put an inside move on Tommy Johnson, but 2 DDR stereo guys are pulling out in front right now, building up a lead. Plaskett, number 1. Tommy Johnson, number 2. Wayne Mayhew all over their action out there, can't get by him. And Donnie Olson backs it down to number 4 spot. Going to the line is going to be Plaskett, Johnson, Mayhew, and Donnie Olson. 7, Brian Goulet, who has backed it down, number 4. Now here we go to the line. Martin's getting a little bit of a challenge out there, but no problem as Tim Martin goes home a winner. We go on to Moto 4, 12-13 cruisers. Gould, Andrew, Holder, Cameron, Cargill, Finkel, and Chris Rich, and here they all go, piling into turn number 1. We got Cameron, that's going to be Eric Cameron coming out of this 09 colors and all on the front side. Everyone else is behind them. That's a flying pair of T.R. Finkel back in number 4, but we got Cameron on the front side. Here comes the number 13 of Jandrew. It's Cameron, Jandrew, and Chris Rich drops back to number 3 this time as Jandrew has to back it down, takes Rich out with him, and gives Eric Cameron the moto all to himself out there.
14-15.
Moto 5, 14-15 cruiser, Ford, Silva, Sigler, Botek, Valenti, Carl, and the Z-Man, Dan Guytek. And we got Sylvia on the top side this time around. It's Sylvia, Botek, and Guytek. Sounds like a bunch of lawyers out there. Matt Sylvia, the slickster, coming out of number 2 turn right at me. Matt Sylvia, Billy Botek pulling away. Guytek trying to stay in the draft, can't do it. Valenti trying to put a move back in the pack as we lose Botek. Botek takes a bail out there. Slickster has it all his way. Guytek hangs on number 2. Here comes the Whiz. I think he might have gotten number 3. Up little rider out of Thunder Alley, Billy Giddens. Photo 16, 17 cruiser, Donnie Olson flying, Brian McLaughlin, Mike Cadario, Greg Williams, Curtis Johnson, who is a no-show, and Joey McKay. And here they come one more time. It's Williams on the inside. Williams and everybody trying to, we lost big time bail out there, heavy duty dump. Don't know who that was yet, but we got Williams on the front side. No doubt about that. It's Williams. Williams, and that might be Olson. That's Donnie Olson hanging on number 2, no doubt about it. Big swoop move out there as the 29 is trying to come around. That's Dario. Dario trying to take it away from the number 3 spot. Looks like he did. McKay drops back to 4. But here comes Olson. Olson trying to get Williams. Can't do it yet. Greg Williams to the line. Olson number 2, and big battle out there for the 3rd spot. That was Joey McKay. We lost McLaughlin. Photo 17, 18, 20 cruiser out there after Heckler, Brown, Ford, and Knowlton. I don't believe Tommy Knowlton is here today. That's the Fox. No doubt about it with everybody chasing them. Those are all the hounds out there. Doherty, number 2, Todd Astor, number 3. Astor trying to put a move on Doherty. Can't do it yet. We got a 3-rider race out there as Mike Brown backs it down this time. Up on the front side, Doherty all over Heckler's case. Can he get by him? Don't know. Mark gives him some racing room, but doesn't look like Doherty's got the pedal power. Astor for number 3, Mike Brown for number 4. But
He puts Guytek back on for 4. Back in the old 1 right now, you got Mr. Amour back there. Amour and Baloo back on the backside. But on the top is going to be Mr. Sylvia in for the win. It's going to be Botek in for 2, Valenti and Guytek. 15 Dobbins coming down the hill, hitting the clay. Look at D.D. Plask getting the push on the outside. Now Jason Ford got a little bit screwy over the jump, took himself out of the action. Puts Davey Barr right in there for number 2. Now Mario Forgione is in there for 3, but now he just got moved on back to 4. And it's still going to be Plask leading him out. Number 3 is going to belong to the 5-3B. The 5-3B is Brian Blair. Now Blair's got 3 with Forgione on for 4. That's going to be Farber and 4 to the backside, but the win's going to go to the Diamond Man, old Dale Mason Byers. Now you got Guy Trevi, keeps it up this time. That's on for number 5. And number 6 is going to go to Timmy Ayazaga out of the Trumbull track area.
I know. I thought he was going to hold it up and didn't.
The Wild Bunch, 14 now, coming at you right now, ripping up the asphalt, the 00, and that's Mr. Pat Sheehy with the jump. Inside move by G.G. Collar, going to be old Ray Rothstein pulling him out of turn 1. Rothstein with the inside move, moved himself right on by Sheehy. Put Sheehy back there for 2. Todd Evangelisti back there for number 3 right now, flying the L flag, bringing it out of the far turn. No problem with him. Number 4 is going to be Joey Boylan. Boylan back number 4. Got Derek Bryan on number 5 now, holding back Mr. Lou, and holding back Mr. Gaya. Now, how double they come. Sheehy gets no airtime trying to catch Rothstein, but he's not going to be able to do it. Ray Rothstein goes in for the win. And they jumped right out at you. Looks like Ball got a big time shotgun. Williams trying to hunt him down to the inside. Rothstein on the inside. Rothstein with the inside line gets moved back to number 2 because it's going to be Williams starting to drag him out down the back straight. How the drop off thing down. Looks like Williams is going to hang on to it. Pulling it out though. Rothstein trying to get in there. Got a little bit sideways. It's not going to work for him. Ball back into the double signals of Brian McLaughlin on 4-4. That's going to put Mr. Wyszynski back there on for 5, and head to the pike. Looks like it's going to be all Greg Williams. Rothstein in for 2. John Asper just tells me that the 50-50, the track's portion of the 50-50 is not going to the track, but it's going to be donated to the CRA in behalf of Ronnie Greenwell. Back in the CRA.
Yeah, I missed the start.
The other pass, like those who owns the ticket that gets drawn, right? That's how it goes. Photo 34, free agent banner flying. That's Scotty Dykman out there with the lead right now. Got Sartori on for 2, and it's going to be Mr. Billy Kosh on there for number 3. Here comes Sartori, just moves right on by Dykman. Dykman's not willing to give it up too easy, though, but he's going to have to drop back to number 2 right now. The double section out there is going to be Sartori on the top side. 6 is wild. It's going to be Sartori in for the win. Dykman is in for 2. Billy Kosh in for like Mr. Hood got him set up in the launch pad right now. This is the 3rd time around. These guys getting set up. Boom! Looks like Heckler just bit the gate, dropping himself right on back, and it's going to be Midnight getting airborne and taking the lead. Maybe White in for number 2 right now, starting to get himself in the middle of the berm, setting up for the backside. Going to be Heckler on for 3 right now, and it's going to be the machine gun hanging on to number 4. Working around, whoa, taking out a nice little slide, takes himself out of the action. That's White down on the dirt right now. Bednitis with not too many problems, kicks back off the gas a little bit. It's going to be Heckler in for number 2, McAtee in for 3, and Mr. White has to collect himself and take on the 4. Photo number 2, last skate, 17 over X, and looking like he wants it. It's going to be Thunderside himself, Greg Lasket with the lead. It's going to be Dusty Donna for number 2, trying to hold off the wrath of old TJ Johnson out there. Johnson got Nadu just sort of slung shot on the outside, but Johnson ain't giving it up and hangs on to number 3, putting Nadu back on the 4 slot. Out of the turn he comes, setting up for the final, and looks like it's going to be old Mr. Quick himself. Great class gas. Look at TJ trying to reel in Olsen right now. Donnie says no way. Takes number 2. Going to put TJ back up. Heading for the pike. Looks like it's going to be Martin going in for the win with Matheson in for 2. Mikowski and Gillespie in for 12, 13-year-old cruiser. Assault hitting the wave. Here he comes. Looks like it's going to be J2 and Cameron side by side. Mark $4 on the inside. Got Cameron reeling on the high side of the burn. Brings it back down to the middle of the track now and tries to put on the push on the inside of Jandrew. Got Gould and Rich back there in 3 and 4, but Jandrew still holding off all the challenge. Got the lead going for him. Got T.R. Finkel and Cargill and Eddie Holder on the backside of this moto right now. Setting up for the final turn. Out they come, picking it for home. Jandrew takes one look back. Much of a problem with that. It's going to be Jandrew in for the win. Cameron, Gould, and Rich. Down comes the 14-15 cruiser. Slickster, Bocek, Geitek to the inside. Geitek trying to the inside of Bocek. Slickster starts to move it out. Here comes Bocek with a challenge on the outside. They're going side by side in the drop-off right now. Jason Ford back there for number 4, holding off Belanti and Harrell. And coming our way now, it's looking to Slickster. Got a big-time pack going in the back of this thing right now. Slickster, Bocek, 1, 2, Geitek, Belanti, 3 and 4. Ford now trying to hang out at 5. Number 2. Gates down. Out come the 16-level girls on fire. Gleason's got the turbocharged early right now. He can use it for the air turn. Gets right up to the glide path of that table and comes on the inside line. Big Hugh and Gleason side by side working it out. Going to have Joey and Kid back there for number 3. And the Dale Pizza Girl, that's Kim Jarvis back there for the 4 slot. Back to the front of the pack. It looks like Gleason's got the lead right now, heading for the middle of the straight. It's going to be Gleason and quietly rolling. Got the cushion in the whoa! Vicky Q gets sideways, slides herself right out of the action here. Gleason with no trouble now bringing it home for the win. Here comes Kid trying to reel in quietly and rolling right now, but it's going to be Gleason, Vicky Q, Joanne and Kid into 3, and hits the cage and bringing it home. Looks like the moon man's doing the walk just the way he likes to. Gable goes down for 3. Jesse James in for 2. Bad Boy touches the snag spot at the end of 4 and 5, but Sigler on for 6. Big deal's time 16-17. Cruiser flying at you right now. It's going to be Williams with the lead right now, trying to hold off Mr. Olsen. High hold to Dario. Mike Dario got a push going right now. Here comes Joey McKay sticking his nose right into the action. Takes number 2. Williams and McKay hits an inside straight. Olsen just lost something back there. Looks like he lost a tire on his deal. Look at McKay trying to reel in Williams coming out of the final turn, heading for home. Williams looks back. McKay still after him. McLaughlin to Dario, 3 and 4. Williams takes the win. Moto 17 up next, looking at 18 to 20-year-old cruisers on the gate. Hot rods. Gates down, Astor with a big jump over the top of the wall, looking real hot. Here comes Heckler on the inside, side by side. Heckler gets the push, jumps out on top of it. Astor gets right in the draft on for number 2, and Joe Doherty's not far behind him for number 3. Mikey Brown on the caboose right now, making sure things don't break loose on him. Out of the far turn, looks like Book Racing's national number 7. Mark Heckler's on top and doing it. Heckler now got some heat too far behind him. Looks like Astor Doherty trying to make that line work for it. Here comes National 1-3 trying to hunt down Astor. Astor's not going to let him have it though.
Moore and Chris Bolio on the cabooses. We go to Moto 26-15. Now it's Eric Richards, Mario Forgione, Jason Ford, Brian Blair, Dave Barr, Andy Farber, and Diamond Dan Plaskett. One more time, it's Ford on the top side. Plaskett trying to get an inside line. Can't do it yet as he backs it down. Up on the front side, we still got Jason Ford, Diamond Dan Plaskett, and that might be David Barr back in the 3rd spot. Don't quite know yet. We'll pick his number up as it comes around. Plaskett tucks in behind Ford, and that's what we got. We got Ford, Plaskett, and Barr. Everybody else back in the pack. Big time battle up front. Plaskett trying to get his wheel underneath. Here comes the drag race to the finish line. Ford, Plaskett, Ford shuts the door. Danny has to settle in for number 2, and we get Barr the 3rd spot.
He says, we'll see. Side by side to the line, I think Foisey just edged him. We'll put Trezzy back, number 3. Moto 11, 17 and over X, the chain gang. Warja, Nadeau, McEntee, Plaskett, Tommy Johnson, and Smoking Joe Doherty on a 20-inch. We got everybody with a whole shot. DDR colors, stereo style as Tommy Johnson is flying. Johnson in number 1, Plaskett in number 2, and that's Doherty hanging on the 3rd spot. Nadeau and Warja battling it back in the pack. McEntee back on the tail, but we got Plaskett all over Johnson trying to get by him. Tommy Johnson looking hot tonight. Johnson, Plaskett, side by side. There goes Greg trying to get by his partner out there. We got a drag race. Plaskett edges him at the line. Johnson, Doherty, Nadeau, Warja, and McEntee. Wow, good moto out there. Moto 12 side. And look at this dude out here hanging on to number 2. Who? Got Ryan Willis. Let's give Todd a hand. That's a tough spot to go down right on the backside of Savage. He's okay. Gave me the hot sign. Farber, 15-year-old novice, 16 novice. This says that we must have a mixed class out there. Diamond Dan with the whole shot. We got Plaskett out there first. Plaskett, do not know who that number 2 rider is. That might be Farber. I don't know. Let's see. Pick up their numbers as they come around. Big time lead out there for Diamond Dan Plaskett right now as the 92P comes at us at the halfway point. That's Andy Farber hanging on to number 2. And way back in the pack there, we got Mark Pareto. They're spread out pretty good now. Danny checks the reviews, hits the wall. He's over it clean, near it out. Plaskett going to go home a winner this time. Andy Farber, number 2, and Mark Pareto, number 3. That's described as 16 novice. I believe that to be 15 novice. 14 novice this time, 18 to 20 cruisers. Watch these speed demons out there as these hot rods are going to dice it out here. Todd Astor, Mark Heckler, and Mr. Scary, Lester Webb. Don't forget our concert. Need all the help we can get for Sunday night. Here we go. Gates down, 18-20 cruisers, and it's Mr. Scary with the whole shot, but here comes Heckler. Heckler coming on strong, blowing them away right now. We got Mr. Scary and Todd Astor side by side, and Lester Webb should be called Spider-Man out there with a name like that. Lester Webb back number 2, but here comes Astor. Heckler's got it all his way out there. Lester Webb number 2, Todd Astor trying to reel him in. Don't think he's going to do it this time. Up on the front end. Mark Heckler, Lester Webb, and Todd Astor are going to bring it to the finish line running in that order. Up there, Greg Plaskett, Tommy Johnson and Joe Doherty, DDR factory team running 1, 2, and 3. Here comes Warja, the Punisher on the outside. We got Nadeau hanging on back there in number 5 with McAtee number 6. And look at the pile of 17 and over X's coming at us back there in the second spot. But up on the front end, it's Greg Plaskett, Tommy Johnson, Joe Doherty. It might be a flip-flop there. Warja number 4, Nadeau number 5, and McAtee back in the 5th spot. Guys are doing it in the dark. Front end, Willis right on him. Daly back in number 3 in the wild thing out there. Todd Beaton back in the 4th spot, but up on the front end, classic battle up there is Williams and Willis go at it, battling 1 and 2, and here comes Willis. Willis on the outside, Williams on the inside. Williams backs it down. Beaton almost backs it off the mountain one more time. Ryan Willis takes over the top spot. Greg Williams back in number 2. Beaton gives up. Steve Daly takes number 3. We got Todd Beaton, the wild thing, back in the 4th spot. And it's Plaskett one more time with a hole shot.
What moto?
Plaskett, Farber, and Prado as moto number 13 is on the track. 16-year-old novice, really 15-year-old. That's Prado. Prado hanging on number 2 this time. We're going to put Farber back in the 3rd spot. Sorry about that, Andy. Danny Plaskett checking the rear views. Got it all his way up on the front end of this moto. Mark Prado and Andy Farber are dueling it out back there for number 2. Doesn't look like anything's going to change. We got Prado going in for the 2nd spot. Farber takes him at the line. Is moto number 11, the chain gang's out there. 17 and over X, Warja, Nadeau, McAtee, Plaskett, Johnson, and Doherty. And we got a big-time bail out there as the quickster goes down. We lost Greg Plaskett. Does not sound good out there as I got goosebumps. So here we go up on the front side. It's Tommy Johnson, Nadeau. It's Johnson and Nadeau, and no doubt about it. It's Johnson, Nadeau, Joe Doherty. And we're going to check on these riders out there.